Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to look at the security and privacy issues in EDI. Since in the case of EDI, we are dealing with trade between countries and corporations, issues of legal admissibility and computer security are important. Companies that deal with EDI often retain the services of a lawyer during the design of an EDI application, so that the appropriate evidentiary admissibility safeguards measures are properly implemented. So, what are the legal status of EDI messages? There have been considerable debate concerning the legal status of EDI messages and electronic messages in general. Although a lot of work is being done on legal frameworks, nothing concrete has been come out of these efforts. No rule exists that indicate how electronic messages may be considered binding in business or other related transactions. The establishment of such a framework is essential if EDI is to become widespread. To understand the legal status better, let's take a quick look at contract law. It distinguishes the three modes of communication type: instantaneous communication, delayed communication via the postal service, and delayed communication via non-postal services or couriers. In instantaneous, if the parties are face to face or use an instantaneous communication medium such as telephone, an offer or acceptance is held operable when spoken. When we talk about delayed communication, the mailbox rule provides that an acceptance communication via postal service, mail, or via telegram, mailgram, or probably electronic messaging system is effectively communicated when dispatched or physically deposited in a postal service or non-postal mailbox. Messaging systems combine features of both instantaneous and delayed communication. A message's delay is a function of a specific application, message routing, network traversed, system configuration, and other technical factors typically unknown to the user. So, who assumes liability? If the postal service mail or an overweight express service does not deliver a contract to the right address, it can be held responsible for any business losses caused by the error. Of course, liability also depends upon the situation. In the case of EDI, however, the courts haven't decided who is liable if an EDI network fails to transmit a document or transmit a document to the wrong party. There is no legal precedence in this area. So here a lot of scope is there for improvement, or a lot of work can be done in this area. The other thing is the digital signatures. The cryptographic community is exploring various technical use of digital signatures by which message might be time-stamped or digitally notarized to establish dates and times at which a recipient might claim to have had access or even read a particular message. If digital signature are to be replaced by handwritten signature, they must have the same legal status as handwritten signatures. For example, an online notarized time stamping service has been suggested that would accept a message and return one showing the date, time, and digital signature, binding with the notarized message content and receiving date and time to the digital public notary. The digital signature provides a means for a third party to verify that the notarized object is authentic. Digital signature should have greater legal authority than handwritten signatures. For instance, if a 10-page contract is signed by hand on the 10th page, one cannot be sure that the first page 9 pages have not been altered. If the contract was signed by digital signature, however, a third party can verify that not one byte of the contract has been altered. So the economic advantages of EDI are widely recognized, but until recently, companies have been able to improve only discrete processes such as automating the accounts payable function or the fund transfer process. Companies are realizing that to truly improve their productivity, they need to automate their external processes as well as their internal processes. This is the thrust of new direction in EDI. New EDI services for electronic commerce are seen as the future bridge that automates external and internal business processes, enabling companies to improve their productivity on a scale never before seen. They present information management solutions that allow companies to link their trading community electronically, order entry, purchasing, accounts payable, fund transfer, and other systems interact with each other throughout the community to link the company with its suppliers, distributors, customers, banks, and transportation and logistic operations. Another goal of EDI services is to reduce the cost of setting up an EDI relationship. These costs are still very high because of the need of detailed bilateral agreement between the involved business partners and for the necessary technical agreements. Therefore, most successful EDI implementations are either in long-term partnership or among a limited number of partners. With the advent of interorganizational commerce, several new types of EDI are emerging that can be broadly categorized as traditional EDI and open EDI. So, what is traditional EDI? It replaces the paper forms with almost strict one-to-one mapping between parts of the paper form to fields of electronic form called transaction set. Traditional EDI covers two basic business area: trade data interchange and electronic fund transfer. Trade data interchange encompasses transactions such as purchase order, invoice, and acknowledgements. Electronic fund transfer is the automatic transfer of funds among banks and other organizations. Today, traditional EDI is divided into two camps: old EDI and new EDI. Old EDI is a team created by those working on the next generation of EDI standard in order to differentiate between the present and the future. Old EDI refers to the current practice of automating the exchange of information pertinent to the business activity. Information that is generated by the business process of one computer is transferred electronically and affects a corresponding business process in another company. Old EDI is also used to refer to the current EDI standardization process, that is X12 and EDI fact, where ten of thousands of people in a group all around the world are attempting to define generic document interchanges that allow every company to choose its own unique and proprietary version. In new EDI is really a refocus of the standardized process. With old EDI, the standardization is focused on the interchange structure, on the transaction set in X12 or the message in EDI fact. With the new EDI, the structure of the interchanges is determined by the programmer who writes the business application program, not by the lengthy standard process. OpenEDI provides a framework where two potential trading partners can whip out an EDI structure for their potential partnership in the short time frame that it takes them to draw up and negotiate the legal contracts. The increase in interest in the OpenEDI is a result of dissatisfaction with traditional EDI. OpenEDI is a business procedure that enables electronic commerce to occur between organizations where the interaction is of short duration. So In essence, OpenEDI is the process of doing EDI without the upfront trading partner agreement that is currently signed by the trading partners before they commence trying to do business by using EDI. So, I hope from these lectures you are able to understand the different concept, working, theories about EDI or electronic data interchange. Thanks for listening.